Hello, Earth Angels. Welcome back for another week of weekly readings with me, Samantha DeBrule. I am so blessed and excited to be out here in the woods. I'm out here in the mountains, kind of like almost where I don't even get Wi-Fi or anything, um, near Santa Cruz, California, and it's beautiful here. Even though I'm up in the mountains, I feel incredibly grounded and refreshed and recharged. And I've been reminded over and over again of the healing power of nature. You'll probably hear a lot of birds chirping and everything during this reading, and even at night, the crickets are incredibly vocal and beautiful. It's beautiful. And it's cool right now. As you noticed probably in my other readings, it's been really kind of warmer in Long Beach, but here it's jacket weather, and we can feel that winter, upon us, and it's beautiful. Hopefully I'll get this reading to you guys sooner rather than later. Like I said, I don't have Wi-Fi, so I'm recording it now, kind of off the grid, and then I will find a place to upload it, because this is my promise to you every week, to give you a little insight from the angels as they give it to me. And this week I'll be using my angel deck, my angel tarot deck from Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine, which you guys are familiar with. This is the one that grabbed my attention this morning and said, I have a message for you and all of the people that watch your videos. So this week I'm going to pull for our strength, our challenge or opportunity, and our meditation. So our first card for our strength. First card. Oh, there you go. That one was I'm ready to tell you about this opportunity. And meditation. What should we sit in our stillness? Okay. I'm getting 3 cards. I'm just going to take it. I don't know what that's about, but so it'll be revealed here shortly. Okay. First card is our strength card. I love them. I love you. Thank you so much. This card is our strength card, and this comes from Archangel Raguel. And he is showing us the Justice card, which is a power of 8. And it says, fair and just decisions, do what you know is right, and stand up for your beliefs. As you can remember in last week's reading, our challenge was the life experience, or the Tower card, which definitely hit home with me. It was definitely a life-changing experience I had this first week here in Santa Cruz. It was I was very vulnerable, and I like stepping into that over and over again. But as you guys know, I've been traveling, and I'm finally laying roots here, and situation definitely did not turn out as expected, just like the Tower card tells us, and tells us it's a life-changing event. It comes with great speed, and it kind of shakes us down a little bit. But as I was life coaching myself, as I life coach you guys, I definitely was I'm going to practice non-resistance and yes to life and just standing my truth. And so, however that resonated with you, I feel like it also ties into this week, because that is our life. And when Archangel Raguel comes in and talks about justice, he's telling us our strength is being fair, being reasonable, and trusting that if we're in a situation where we're not sure about the outcome, especially in a legal situation, this card tells us it's a good omen, and it's to tell us that it's going to turn out in our favor. As long as we stay honest and in our truth, we don't even have to say much, because Archangel Raguel is going to come in and balance the scales for us. And it's telling us that we are being reasonable. So if you're wondering, am I not making the right decision? This card comes in and says, there is justice in your decision, and it's reasonable, and to trust. So this is our strength. I'm so grateful for this. I love to know that I am in alignment and I'm being reasonable, and that just with faith and trust and handing my worries over to Spirit, that there will be justice served. And this isn't a fear-based thing to the other parties involved or anything. It's just saying that, you stand in the light, and it'll be balanced accordingly, and don't have fear in that area. So that's our strength, empowering strength. The 3 of air is our obstacle this week, or our opportunity. And the 3 of air is not kind of like resonates with the Tower, but I always want to remind people when I pull this for them that it's an air card. So it's a mind card. And, oh, I'm about to sneeze. All this fresh air out here. The Three of Air is kind of a heartbreak card, but it's as if we're breaking our hearts with our mind. So this is our opportunity and our obstacle, depending on how we are dealing with it. It's to know, where are we breaking our hearts with our mind? Like, what are our thoughts that are contributing to some type of disharmony? The comment on this one is, great sadness, take time to heal. You need to forgive yourself or others. So with our strength being justice, this might mean that our obstacle and opportunity is maybe self-forgiveness and maybe forgiving other parties involved in some situation that we're trying to get clarity on. If this card also comes up sometimes with healing from breakups or grieving a loved one, and this doesn't mean that the reality is sad. It means that the perspective of our mind is viewing this situation as somehow sad and crippling. And in these situations, we can remember that we have the power of our thoughts. So create stillness however you can, and take this as a reminder that even though it feels heavy, that's not necessarily the reality. So take a moment to breathe and deeply really ground and ask how you can see this through the eyes of spirit, which helps us give more clarity and peace to our perspective. And all these three cards, I don't even know, but we're going to take it as we go. Oh, wow. Wow. This is wonderful. Okay, I'll start with the Awakening card. Archangel Gabriel. Look at things from a different perspective. Temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So this card in the traditional tarot is the Hanged Man, which the one thing that I always tell people about the Hanged Man is the worst thing the Hanged Man can do is to stay hanging upside down. So the hanging upside down is to get a new perspective, and then we get upright and we move along. In this deck, I love the artistry because this angel, you're not hanging permanently. You're kind of like with your wings, whatever your wings may be, it's holding you in a position to help you see it from a different perspective. So sometimes it's like when things pause for a moment, it's like pause for perspective. But what can we gain from looking at this in an entirely different way to expand our awareness of our reality and be true to yourself? And then you can move forward. Lots of major arcana cards in this reading. So this week is kind of the major arcana, I mean major mystery. Minor arcana meaning minor mystery. Major arcana cards are where we're kind of feeling a little bit more influenced by the push of the universe, like it's our soul journey instead of just day-to-day tasks and questions. Like the Three of Air was minor arcana, so it's talking about a minor event, minor mystery, while these major arcana are like, this is big things. These are big soul leaps in our expansion and evolution, and so that's awesome. That's awesome for us. We're feeling a big shift coming on. The Knight of Water. The Knight of Water, emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative, falling in love, wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. This card can often symbolize a specific person with all those behaviors in our life. So if you're finding yourself with this person, like I said this card and I described it, and you're like, man, that really reminds you of somebody, perhaps it's time to really spend time and witness the way that person lives their life, because there's things that we can really gain from that enthusiasm. Knights are very movement oriented. They don't stay in one place long, they travel a lot. So these cards are usually about movement and action, even though it's in a water suit, which is about emotions. It's a lot of information with the tarot. That's why as tarot readers, not everyone wants to be a tarot reader, but when we really dive in, there's just so much in just one single card. I don't even need to pull all of them. But in this card, we see the Knight upon the dolphin, which dolphins always remind me of intuition and playfulness. So where do we also possess these qualities within ourselves? The fact that we have these opportunities of falling in love, wedding proposals, it's a lot of romance in the air. So we're going to ask ourselves how we can act and move in that vibration of love and romantic excitement. But this card, if it's in balance, which I pull my cards upright, I don't do a lot of reversals. That's my agreement with the angels that helps me receive these messages more clearly. But for some of us, this is going to vibrate in that reversed category. You can channel that intuitively. And if it's in the opposite position like this, then we'll find that sometimes that means our emotions are out of balance and we just need to ground. And so for people that are experiencing this 3 as an obstacle instead of an opportunity, we'll also be receiving this Knight of Water as an obstacle. So instead of celebrating romance and love and seeing where we're emotional and romantic in the good way, it can be kind of imbalanced, and we can kind of feel like maybe boohoo and like woe is me. So check in with your own inner knight, which we all possess. And also, if this represents another person, witness them and see how you can adopt some really beneficial qualities. And then my favorite card in the tarot deck, any tarot deck, is the Star, which means make a wish. Make a wish, and the angels are ready and waiting to hear the ways that they can bring that into manifestation with you as you're co-creating with all this beautiful energy in the great spirit that is us, you know? And so this says, happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You're on the right path. So this is a big week with a lot of different flow. It's kind of like a little bit of a roller coaster, but our inner stillness is, it's stable. So if we tap back into that, we'll coast really nicely, and the life events around us will look like this, but we can stay still in the middle, So this card is Archangel Jophiel, which Jophiel is also the archangel of beauty, inner and outer beauty. We can also ask Jophiel if we're not feeling confident, we're not feeling self-esteem, we're not feeling really what our wish is. We can ask Jophiel to help reveal that to us and remind us of our beauty and the beauty of the things around us. So if we're feeling a little bit of conflict with this 3 of air, Archangel Jophiel is like, well, if you're feeling sad, what is your wish? Because I'm here to help you make that a reality. So, and this is also reassurance you're on the right path. I like here in this picture, they'll show that there's a straight path, and then there's this path with all these different winding roads. And both of them are right. Neither of them are wrong. They're just different. And a truly happy person can enjoy the scenery of a detour. You're never off the path. Sometimes we just take different routes to get to the same home. So hold that in your heart today as you're making decisions this week. And know that you are just, and there will be a fair outcome. That if things come up in your mind this week, hand those worries over to Spirit and ask for it to be seen in the eyes of Spirit, which will help you have more clarity. And know that if you have a wish in your heart, to vocalize it and share that, and also offer that over to your angel helpers because they are eager to help you. And know that it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay this week. And I love you with all that I am. And I'm so grateful you're here to witness this reading this week. And I am always grateful for how you guys comment and tell me how this resonated with you. I just hand that right back over to the angels and say thank you for letting me be a conduit of this message. And I will see you guys next week. I will find a way to find Wi-Fi because I feel like I'll still be here in the mountains recharging. And I love you, and take care.